Okay. It's at Love. Clark, you call me, but it's Mike Holloway. Haven't been on here in a while, and it's time to get on here because there's somebody that's been attacked by this Antifa now group. Matthew Thorpe was on InfoWars now. Whether this was people paid to beat him down specifically or people just ignorant hatred, we don't know. Reverse racism, or basically, it's kind of messed up because the guy seems pretty harmless, and they didn't like what he said because he was smart and he knew what he was talking about and probably had his facts straight. Where is people like, hopefully, Don Black and people like that coming out and saying, hey, we want to support you, we want to back you up, and we'd like to represent you and help you get legal support. Hopefully these people are extending their hands, David Duke and these kind of people, considering the fact that the people called them a Nazi, okay? Now, it's been about a year since I've been on YouTube, so I don't want to be on here long. But took a break because it's time for this opinion to get out, okay? And the opinion is that people like Alex Jones paying $10,000 rewards, he says, for the bounty for their arrest. Which, who knows how much of this is true or not, but supposing this really happened intentionally out of ignorance or out of them knowing, and but these kind of protests are, this kind of activity, it's really just a popular thing right now that people want to feel like they're justified in doing this when it's hypocrisy. But at the same time, remember, I'm the crazy white man. Oh, hello, Lizard Man, by the way. Storm Watch, Storm Front, whatever right? Don Black and this group that you run, reporters, and people that are commenting on white nationalists and stuff. You have some people that have tried to share my YouTube videos. Hopefully you can still learn and grow, but me, I'm not. Now remember, the reason why I wanted to make this video too is because I'm not a Trump supporter, nor I am an opposer. I'm more of a person that I didn't support Hillary or Trump. I said, if you watch my video, I thought they both were snakes. So, my opinion about this guy, whether he supported Trump or not, he's no messiah figure to me, okay, personally. He's not. Did I say he was bad? No. Did I say he's good? No. I think he's trying to make an honest attempt, but is he a racist? No. I don't think he's a racist at all. If he was racist, he would not support black women on shows like The Apprentice. That's just the bottom line. But for this guy to get beat up, and the police do that, and then this newspaper at the college in Texas saying that the end of white article. What do you think the white people that are concerned with preservation of European American rights and white rights and rights for everybody around the world, if you would actually just sit down and listen, they recommend that we just don't buy into this basic Masonic lie, okay? Because this is controlled opposition. You know, George Soros and these guys playing puppet games. And so we'll see what happens with this $10,000 for these guys' arrest, any one of these guys' arrest. And who knows what'll happen, but my point is that, you know, this is reverse racism, this is inside out, it doesn't matter, this is them all falling for the 1984, they never read the book, and they never came around and, you know, tried to learn these kind of ideas. You know, I've you know, when you study people, you study what their writings are, you study what they're about, you listen to them for a minute, and you try to get their point of view so you can understand your quote frenemies or enemies better, okay? Most people understand how I feel about race and about organized supremacy or organized anything. It's all shambles once the people on the top get up there and start telling other people what to do, and it's a power struggle, okay? Control. That's what I don't like. They want to control. And they're not going to have control unless they get clockworked. Anyway. Huh, Alex? Have you been painted orange, Alex? Anyway. And most people know what I think about Alex Jones, so this is no defense or cuddling up to this guy. This is just outright free speech and saying that that guy did not deserve to be jumped. I imagine he just spoke his opinion. He was educated, and he supported it with facts that they could not refute. The violence is the only thing they could resort to, and no matter what, even if it's okay, Rodney King in the 90s got jumped, right, by the LAPD, right, and then there was a riot, and then they beat Reginald Denny up, okay, and then they tore a lot of stuff up, okay. Now you jump to now. This happens to this guy. The police stand there. They don't do anything. And there's no white people rioting, of course, because we're smarter than that. Don't fall for this kind of race baiting, because they want to bait you, trigger you. See, don't let them trigger you. That's the key. Okay, keep focused on what is important to you, defending your families, and that's the best advice I could give somebody. Is defend your own family, and, you know, treat your neighbors kindly, and people should treat you back better, you know. If they don't, you know, then. And unfortunately, you know, this guy was brave to go and speak out there, but at the same time, dude, you have to have some brains up there. You had to know. Unless you didn't live in no black neighborhoods when you were a kid, you'd have to know. This is how they operate when they're playing dirty, okay? So, alright, Matt Thorpe. You're not a coward, but your brains, even though you seemed smart, you need to grow some wisdom teeth. I bet you haven't grown any wisdom teeth yet. Alright, man. Take care. And Alex, Trump, Don Blake, and who else? Alright, we'll see y'all, and take care. Stormfront, Lemming, let's see here, who else? You know what? Because Fascist Lemming, I don't know what's up with him. I haven't looked into anything lately, but I thought I'd comment on this and ask some of these people if they privately tried to, since, you know, they're already going to accuse him of being a racist, he might as well accept a little bit of support and help from these people. Don Blake and these groups, they're supposed to represent white people. I thought they had, you know, that best intention. Did you have to be a member of your club to get help? I mean, you know, you think these were like Al Sharpton? Well, I wouldn't want to compare them to Al Sharpton and Jesse Jackson, but, and Farrakhan, but, you know, these people should be extending their help, considering they need, you know, any kind of people to absorb into their fold, or at least show that they are trying to help the average white guy have free speech, and he doesn't have to join their club. I mean, that would show that you have the best intention for the average white citizen, and overall everybody else, because our free speech is, you know, number one, being a constitutionalist, okay? That doesn't change because you have natural rights. Natural rights to defend yourself, natural rights to speak up for yourself. As to the rest of them, you know, let God decide what those are. But defend your family, people you love, or anybody that you feel like needs to be defended is a natural, God-given right. Our Constitution is what makes it legal for us. Okay? That's the difference. Alright? So, it's Mike Holloway, and formerly at Love Clark channel, reviewed myself, and a lot of things I said is the trend now. It was a year ahead, and most of it's been pretty much true, so coming true, and a lot of it have had a lot of paradigm shifts, and I still, you know, will continue to do this because, you know, that's what God wants people to do that are interested in figuring out what He wants to tell us. Okay, so anyway, it's Mike Holloway, Yermo, California. They call it the Cult of Yermo, Yermo Cult or whatever. Anyway, don't believe most of that stuff, but like I said, I thought I'd speak up because in support of this one person, Matthew Thorpe, because I thought it would prove a point that, look, I'm not a supporter of Trump or an opposer, so I'm neither. I am neutral in that regard, but as far as organized group organizations and stuff, no, not either really. And so, you know, my opinion, although it's a small, not much, it means something to some people because the fact that it shows that I'm standing up for what's right over white rather than what's because I understand these zombies, okay, Antifa zombies. You go run to your Antifa, alright? Antifa, take care of you. She need to get some Tifa. She got some loose Tifa. Huh. You go to the dentist and get your Tifa fixed. Anyway. Alright, see y'all later. And, like I said, brave doesn't mean smart. Doesn't mean dumb. It means you lack wisdom sometimes when this happens. And it still means you have some courage and some balls to stand up for your First Amendment. So, commended.